Digitalisation is causing an enormous impact on businesses, large ones and small ones, all over the world actually, but certainly in the United Kingdom. Actually, I think that quite a few smaller businesses don't realise the impact that digitalisation is having on their businesses.
70% of your time should be spent focusing on your core business, and that should be revisited like any good company on an annual basis. What's our strategy? And then 70% of our investment and our energy and our time goes into that. Then there's the 20%, which is the tangent, and in eBay's case, of course, that was PayPal. And then there's the 10% blue sky, what's out there. And I think if you stick to that rule, rather than 100% of just doing the same thing, or as some companies have made the mistake of doing, thinking you have to reinvent overnight, this idea that a company will build a beachhead in a particular market and then retain it for generations just doesn't happen anymore. And I think some of the great, most enlightened CEOs of some of the biggest tech companies in the world, like Amazon, would say to you that if they themselves don't reinvent themselves over the next 10 years, then they know they're going to die.
In fact, we did some research recently to see what leaders felt would make them fit for digital. And 73% of business leaders said that innovation was the key to competitive advantage in the future. And about the same amount, 71%, said that they actually need to innovate faster, and that actually it's the speed of innovation that really is going to be the key factor to help their survival and make them fit for digital in the future.
What we're seeing, companies that didn't exist 10 years ago are now changing the way that consumers interact with brands that we've known and trusted for many years. So it's all really about consumers taking back control. Now all 5 of the top companies in the world are technology companies. So Microsoft have kept that role going, but that's because they continue to recognise that they plus their partners plus their customers plus distribution equals success.
There are more competitors who are coming onto the scene sort of every year, and we need to understand how this is going to affect our business. At the moment, we don't have the answers to this.
The winners in the age of disruption will be those who are optimistic, move quickest, fail fastest, and they will succeed in the long term.
There's no doubt that most companies actually can't deliver what they want by themselves. And if they want to be fast and agile, they're going to have to find multiple partners to work with. Because if you try and do everything in-house, invariably you get what you've always got. And in a changing, disruptive marketplace, you're looking for new ideas.
One of the most important ingredients for that transformation and change would be collaboration and partnerships. And certainly our ethos is all around co-creation. So we believe that if we go back to the theme of innovation and innovating quickly, this kind of whole agile DevOps way of developing and bringing things to market is speeded up even more if you bring in collaboration between partner and customer. You get that customer intimacy, you get speed of development, and actually you bring innovation to market quicker through that whole collaborative co-creation kind of process.
The biggest driver of disruption in our organisation is our leadership, directly driven by the Chief Executive, but also by the new entrants to our business at all levels, from other industries as well as graduates and apprentices. Those two dynamics are forcing us to change, and we're trying to do this rapidly through partnering with big companies such as Fujitsu.
It's about what you sell and how you identify your market. It is the biggest productive enhancer that's come into business for easily a decade. Whether businesses understand that, grasp it, and actually make it work for them, now there's the rub.